Good morning, dear hearts. We are at lesson 238. On my decision, all salvation rests. And again, we've had many lessons that point us into this exact direction, and I'll mention some of them for sure. The first line says, Father, your trust in me has been so great, I must be worthy. You created me and know me as I am. And yet, you placed your son's salvation in my hands and let it rest on my decision. I find this a very interesting sentence, well, a couple sentences here, especially the and yet, because it starts out that saying that, Father, your trust in us is just of great magnitude. And you know me, you created me, you know who I am, and yet you're trusting me. Me? Are you sure? Are you sure you can trust me? Because, I keep wandering off, but this is a lesson of great worth and great promise that our Father really does know who we are. Okay, it's his recognition and affirmation to us that yes, I know you have wandered off, but I know who you are. I did create you, and I know that you are to be trusted with this one task, the salvation of the world. I know you can do it. I know there is no way this will not be accomplished. And I also know that you're not doing it by yourself. You believe you are doing it by yourself, but my son has been given to you, and I trust my son with you. Is there any greater example of how much I trust someone than to trust them with my child? Of course not. You will guide all of us to salvation. We will do that. We have been entrusted with the gifts of God, and we will not fail. Some of the previous lessons that, are leading us to this is, of course, salvation comes from my one self. Now, interestingly, not in all editions is the one capitalized. I believe it should be, because salvation can only come from my whole-mindedness, my recognition of my true self, my one self. And this is where salvation, which is, of course, it's forgiveness, it's true perception, it is the promise that we all will reach home together. We will all come home. And on my decision, that rests. That rests because I know, I have been told, I have been guided, I have been reminded that I am to be trusted with this one singular task. I've been told that salvation is my only function here, and only salvation can be said to cure. And of course, salvation of the world depends on me. So I've been led to this moment of, on my decision, all salvation rests, and I've been guided along gently, that I am now ready to make that decision, because I know it is the one decision that must be made for everyone to know who they are, and to be experiencing the gifts, all of the gifts of God, and to be home. And in the text portion of today's lesson, it says, and so, again today, we pause to think how much our Father loves us, and how dear his Son, created by his love, remains to him whose love is made complete in him. We are all one. There's parts in the text and all that say that God himself is incomplete without us. We are being drawn home through salvation, and this is where we all will realize the wholeness, the one-mindedness, the completeness of God and who we are as well. We are trusted greatly. So I think that's it for today. I hope this helped. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Please know how really powerful you are. And a few lessons ago, I paraphrased from Sally Field, you like me, you really, really like me. He trusts us. He really, really trusts us. So that's it for today. Namaste.